Nobody likes a breakup. Nobody likes a broken heart. Nobody likes that gut-wrenching chest pain of of a broken heart, of someone breaking up with you, and nobody likes that. So I'm still in that process, and I will tell you the biggest things that have helped me. Number one, don't stay connected to the person that broke up with you. Don't stay connected on social media. Don't come up with reasons that you need to call them or text them. Don't don't try to keep up with where they are. Don't track their location. When my now ex-wife broke up with me, she turned off one of the two location tracking things that we had on our phones. She didn't turn the second one off. And when I noticed, I'm like, okay, I got to stop this, because the more you know about your partner, your ex-partner, boyfriend, girlfriend, whatever, the more you know or where they're going, you start making up things in your head about what they're doing or who they're doing it with, and it's horrible. So I told her, after I noticed that and I could see her location, I said, go into your phone and turn this off. And she did. And that was a huge step. But, you have to look out for yourself. She didn't realize I could see her location, but I made sure she turned it off. Stop checking your Facebook with your partner. If you need to block. Definitely unfriend, so you don't see any of that feed. And just, there's a sense of disbelief that, your partner, for however long, someone you were so connected to, is now not your partner. That's hard to believe. It's hard to set in. And when they move on and they're being intimate with somebody else, that's really hard to set in, because that was your intimate partner. So break those connections. And it's really hard at first, because you really want to stay connected to that person. You think you're, maybe if you know enough about them, that they're about what they're doing, that maybe they'll come back to you, or your head will go through all sorts of stuff. But as soon as I broke all that stuff off, I very quickly, and it's hard. It is not easy to cut connections completely. Now, if this were like 1980, we wouldn't have to worry about it, because there's no cell phones, there's no blah, blah, blah. So you used to not have the easy connections that we do now, the constant connections. So cut that crap out. It's the best thing you can do. The other thing is, they don't care about what you're doing. So be careful not to go out and do stuff and post it on social media for the reason that you think it's going to attract their attention. Especially if they've moved on, they could not care less about you. That is the reality, and you are just hurting yourself. And they're not seeing your Facebook. Okay? They've moved on. Okay? They were ready to go. Think about put yourself in their shoes. Imagine if you got tired of them and you broke up with them, and then you were involved with someone new, especially if they've moved on. If you're involved with someone new, if you're having sex with somebody new, if you're, all excited to hold hands in public with somebody new, the new stuff. If you're in that position, are you thinking about your ex? Are you thinking about what your ex is doing? Hell no. It's time to let go, because they've made the choice that you had no control over, and it's just hurting you. It literally does nothing to prolong your connection with them. It just hurts you. It does absolutely nothing to them. It absolutely does not increase your chances or opens the door for them to get back with you. Acceptance and having the actions that support you accepting the situation is what gets you past. You're still going to have moments where you think about them and it freaking hurts, okay? But I can tell you, once you break off and let it start to sink in that this is real, that's where the magic happens. That's about the only magic pill that you have about getting over a broken heart. And you can keep busy. You got to do your own life. You can't sit around the house moping or sleeping. And you may be depressed and just need to sleep. And if you can sleep, great. I can tell you, I've missed a ton of hours of sleep through my heartache. I've missed meals because of my heartache. It's been very difficult emotionally, and shed a lot of tears over it. And you know, it wasn't until I really focused on getting rid of the social media, getting rid of any connection. Don't text or email for any reason unless it's like an emergency with the kids. I mean, it's got to be legit. Don't make shit up to contact them. So I've been pretty good about that part, and but it does take some discipline. You've got to learn a new habit of not contacting them and not keeping up with them. But once you do, it sets in, and your heartache starts fading pretty quick. So that is the key. Do that stuff. I wish you the best. I love you. I don't want you, if you have just been through a breakup and you're still hurting, I really don't want you to. I want you to get right on your own path, and that's the key. Get on your own path, and you will feel better a lot quicker than if you keep doing whatever it is you're doing that makes you keep getting hurt. Okay? That was a long video. If you made it, it was probably worth it, because this is some shit that I figured out along the way, and it's common sense stuff. But you know, I don't go through breakups all that often in my life, so you know, I had to like, okay, I need to do this, or stop doing that. So anyway, big hug.